Marriage in Western society is definitely on the decline. There's a quote from the New York Times saying that the married will soon be the minority, right? And usually people will get married all over time. It's also no secret, we talked about this yesterday, that men tend to be the big losers in the court system, especially when a divorce happens in marriage, okay? So it's not an all bad thing. It's not an all good thing. Like, there's benefits to marriage. There's pros, there's cons. So is your question saying, are you basically saying the red pill props up marriage, or basically disses marriage, saying that there's no benefit to it and a man should not get married? Is that essentially what you're saying about the red pill? And you're essentially saying, no, there are benefits. Like, give me your full scope of your argument.
Yeah, so the full scope of the argument is that I agree. Pearl talked about some of the laws today, and I hope you get into the statistics. Men need to know about the bad, the ugly, and the terrible laws going on today. We need to address those. So the bad and ugly we need to talk about. But there are good things about marriage, and there's a lot of statistics that we'll go through today about the benefits. So my biggest thing is that if the red pill is telling the truth is the good that's happening, the bad that's happening, and the ugly that's happening. So my biggest issue is that when we're not communicating, we're only communicating the bad and the ugly and removing the good, you're not communicating the full truth for men.
Is that what you think? Is that I guess the perspective from the red pill is that marriage is not a good thing? Like, the reason that you're asking, you had one thing to ask him and you started with marriage. I assume that's what we talked about a lot last time. I assume that's a major thing you want to address. So from your perspective, what is Hafeez not recognizing?
Have you heard Rollo say that men and women are better together than they are apart? Because
he said, have I heard Rollo say what?
He says that men and women are better together than they are apart.
Okay.
I think a lot of guys believe in the institution of marriage, just not the legal side of it.
Yeah.
So that's
okay.
Like, I just don't think that's true. I think they say there's no benefits legally, not like as an institution.
So unpack that a little bit.
So I'm saying, like, men and women are better together. Marriage is a good thing, but the way it's set up today just doesn't benefit men. I mean, we talked about it yesterday. 90% of men don't get custody of their kids in a divorce.
Right. We talked about that yesterday. These are just stats, not my opinion. Women initiate 70% of divorces. That goes up to 90% if they're college educated. Women get the kids 90% of the time. They was it 90% of the time they're getting the ones getting alimony. I don't have those exact stats we talked about yesterday. But with anything, there's risk and reward. With anything. I don't care if it's driving a car. I don't care if it's getting married. I don't care if it's going swimming, if it's working out, if it's going out partying and drinking. There's risk and reward. So you're basically saying, hey, cool, I got married, bro.
Yeah.
Like, there's the major reward to it. I recognize the risk, but obviously the reward outweighs the risk.
And my question to you, Pearl, is, do you personally, Pearl, believe that there's any benefits for men to get married today?
Legally?
No, in general.
No. That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
Again, men and women are better together. I mean, my parents are married. I'm really thankful for having two parents in the home. I just think from a legal perspective, like, if I was a guy, I probably wouldn't get married legally. So
you're saying that there is benefits that men have to being married today?
From not from a legal perspective.
Yeah, so not from a legal, there is benefits. Can you name a few of them, if you don't mind?
Okay. I liked having two parents in the home. I think that's good. I think commitment is good. And
how does that benefit men? So I want to be specific with you. So you said men, not legally, of course, but there are benefits for men today when it comes to marriage. Can you share some of those benefits?
Yeah, if they pick the right girl, I think having a support system is good. But that's also dependent on if they pick the right girl.
Of course, 100%.
I think that having someone, I don't know, I just think it's better to have someone by your side.
Of course.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. And one of the things, and I really appreciate you sharing that, Pearl, is I want to clarify something that I may not have communicated properly. There's certain things I stand for. I want to see men have money in their pockets, a family by their side, and respect on their name. I've been talking about that theme. And I believe those are good things for men. anything that I see trying to take that away from men, any bad idea, that's what I'm against. So I'm not against any individual person. I'm against any idea that I personally believe hurts the lives of men. So I want to clarify as we continue to move forward. I'm never against any individual person. I want to see every single man have the best life possible. One of the things I loved about Pearl before the show started, she was talking about her dad. Her dad's like a freaking rock star. The compliments, the encouragement, like just her as a woman, like by having an amazing father really benefited her life. I want to see more women have fathers like Pearl. I want to see more men become fathers like her father was. And so any idea that helps men, I love it. And any idea I think that hurts men, I'm against it.
10 kids in the
That's
Pearl
crazy.
household.
And which one are you, by the way?
Oh gosh, it depends how you count it. I grew up with 6. I was the second to 6, and then they adopted 3 teenagers later. And then I actually had a brother at 22. They gave up for adoption when my mom was 17. So I didn't find out about him until I was older. But out of the original 6 I grew up with, I was second.
Okay.
You were the second oldest, second youngest?
Second oldest.
Oh, wow.
Well, third if you count the brother that didn't.
Of course.
That's why I say, how do you count
crazy.
it? How do you count it?
Beyond ridiculous. 10 kids. Respect to I don't even know your last name. Someone asked me, he goes, Adam, what's Pearl's last name? I go, I think it's Things. What is your last name?
Davis.
Yeah. Pearl Davis. There it is.
Yeah.
The name you know. We just established 2 things. That 2 things can be true at once. That there's a lot of benefits to being married, to raising your kids in a single family household and being together. But hey, you should also recognize that there's a lot of risks involved in marriage, especially being a dude. Is this fair to say?
100%.
Is there anything, like, would you want to push back on that, either one of you? Look at us. Look at us. So if you like that clip, click right here to watch another, or if you want to watch the entire Soscast, click right here.